Do you know your name? Your date of birth? I'm sure you know, but what I'm referring to is about, do you know your Jewish name, your Hebrew name, your date of birth on the Jewish calendar? And I'll tell you soon why I'm discussing this today, because of an amazing, interesting discussion between Avraham Avinu, our forefather Abraham, and God Himself. But before this, let us say to God, thank you. Mizmor lesoido, riel Adonai kol haaretz iudos Adonai b'simcha. Boi lefanav benana duk Adonai leimu asanu v'lo nachlam amtem marizeh boi shor b'soido chatzoroise b'silo hoido lebaruch shemoi ki tov Adonai le'olam chazdoi v'yad doir v'doir emunasoi. Let's give some tzedakah, some charity. Please join me. Pick up a coin, pick up a bill, put it in your pushka, together with our prayers for the safety of every Jew around the world and for every human being. So, what am I referring to? Listen to a discussion between Abram, I should actually say, and God Himself. Torah portion of this week says, Vayomer Avram, and Avram says to God, Hey, li lo nusatu zara. You haven't given me any children. So who's going to inherit me? My servant? Says the Torah, V'nidvar Hashem elov. And these are the words that God spoke to him, Lemor, to say, Lo yirosh chozeh. He will not inherit you, as devoted and as exceptional your servant Eliezer is, but he will not inherit you. The one who will be born from your own flesh will inherit you. And then the Torah continues. And God took him outside. And it tells him, look up to the sky, to the heaven, and see if you can count the stars. Because as many stars as you see, so many will be your children. Says Rashi, God says, took him outside. Obviously, the simple explanation is the word, it took him outside to look at the stars. But the Medrash says the following. Leave your astrological calculations that you have observed in the constellations that you are not destined to have a son. And he says like this, Avram, spelled Aleph Beis Reish Mem, as he was called then, Ein lo ben, will not have a child. But Avraham, when we add the letter Hey to your name, Yesh lo ben, will have a child, will have a son. And it continues, Sarai, Loi late. His wife Sarai, Sin Reish Yud, will not have any children. Aval Sora late. But when you change from the letter Yud to the letter Hey, to the letter Hey, late, she will give birth. God continues, I will give you another name, V'yishtane hamazal. And your luck, your mazel, will be altered. Your constellation will be altered. Another explanation is, God raised them above the stars and tell them, you don't depend on stars. You're above stars. Your existence is not depending on the constellation, on a natural process. You're beyond natural process. But what do we see over here? God is telling Avram Avinu, your wife Sarai can't have children. Avram had a child, Yishmael, with Hagar, but that was not what he was looking for. He was looking to have a child with Sarah. And he said, don't have any children with her. So God says, I'm going to change your name. I'll add the letter Hey to you and a letter Hey to her, and then you're a new person. And this new person will be able to have children. What do we see over here? The entire existence of the Jewish people was dependent on the names. The name of Avram and the name of Sarai. the letter He. He which represents the development. So, my dear friends, are you called Jack or Yaakov? Mary or Miriam? Frank or Ephraim? And we could go on and on and on and on. Are you Charmaine or Sterna? Let's remember our names. In fact, the merit that the Jewish people had to come out of Egypt, one of the merits, there are three merits, but one of them was Sheleshinu es Shemam. They kept their Hebrew names. So we want to come to Moshiach not as Abi, but as Avraham. Not as I said before, Mary, but as Miriam. And may this happen today.